Hello everyone and welcome back to Genshin Impact. Thank you for joining me today. We're in DUA because we'll be doing a story quest today. You'll have seen the title, you'll have seen what we're doing. So we're going to start on to Ganyu's story quest. It is probably one of the earliest story quests that I have, so we need to get it done because there are things that we need to get to in the future, and we need to be able to do this before we can do other ones later on. And I definitely want to make my way through these story quests. So let's go over. Where am I now? I'm right over there. Okay. What I've kind of worked out, or at least I think what I've worked out, is these world quests seem to be a little bit less important. They don't really have that much story to them. These ones seem to be the longer ones with like lore and story, which is kind of important. So I think, unless anyone tells me differently, these kind of sort of inconsequential ones, which I think is what they are, I will probably just do these as and when, probably not even record doing them. These ones I'll record, and of course these ones I'll record. And I think that's probably the best way forward.
Is still on the line. May I be excused to fetch it in?
No time for laundry. Well, we have stories to tell. So anyway, we need to go down here. So yeah, this is Ganyu's story quest. And I need to be able to do this before I can unlock the learn story quest. So that's one of the reasons why I want to do this one.
It's shocking how much work there is to do, even for the three of us.
And she's been handling it alone all along. The Qixing secretary clearly isn't an ordinary person. It's so frustrating.
Huh? You're...
Aren't you Ningguang's servants? How come you're here?
We are Miss Ningguang's private secretaries, not servants.
Have you seen Miss Ganyu, Traveler?
Well, not for a long time.
It has been several days since Ganyu left for Jueyun Karst. She's the general secretary of the Liyue Qixing. We've only taken over her responsibilities until she gets back.
What happened? Why did she get to Union Cast?
Even though the Qixing have made peace with the Adepti after the latter had denounced Liyue, they still want to pay their respects to the Illuminated Ones. They commissioned Ganyu as their envoy to deliver a letter to Jueyun Karst and bring the Adepti the latest news about the crisis. Still, Ganyu should have been back to her usual responsibilities by now, but she's disappeared without a trace.
Is that so? Maybe Ganyu just took a little detour. Who can blame her after working so hard?
I'm afraid it's not very likely. Ever since we met Ms. Ganyu, she's been nothing but the most conscientious person in all of Liyue. Even when it's time for her annual leave, Ms. Ganyu stays on duty at Yuehai Pavilion saying there is still so much to do. She couldn't possibly be using her mission as an excuse to slack off.
Oh, Paimon sees how it is. But she's half Adeptus. She wouldn't get in trouble, right? Why do you look so upset?
Yeah, you think she'd be able to handle herself.
It's because of this absurd workload of hers. When we first heard the three of us would be taking over for Miss Ganyu, we thought it would simply be a matter of changing our work environment.
We couldn't have imagined that Miss Ganyu's daily workload far exceeds what the three of us are used to doing.
The adaptive lineage is truly remarkable. Shouldn't you get back to work? Wow. Okay.
We don't even know how long we've been working. We feel guilty for taking even a short breather like we are now.
Looks like you got a serious emergency on your hands.
Work-life balance is important, people.
Speaking of Jueyun Karst, Traveler, I've heard that you can go in and out of there as you please.
Of course! We've been there lots of times.
That's good news. Could you go to Jueyun Karst and find Miss Ganyu for us? Preferably before we collapse under this workload.
It seems like I'm the only one who can do it, indeed. I'll do it. Lives are at stake here.
We're saved. I remember Miss Ganyu said that she'd be visiting Cloud Retainer's abode. You might as well start looking for her there.
It's about time she came back to work. Otherwise...
No, perhaps we should go to Lady Ningguang first and bring up our overtime pay again.
Very important. Get paid for the work you do, people. Okay, see you clouds, see you people. Let's get started.
So Ganyu left to visit Cloud Retainer. Doesn't she live in Mel Outso? We should hurry up. Paimon hopes we can find her there.
Yes, obviously this quest came out way before Cloud Retainer came out, so
Person standing over there. That's Ganyu. We finally found her.
unfortunately we're not going to meet Cloud Retainer in this one. Well, he's not in a human form, I wouldn't have thought.
Ganyu, here you are.
You two. I did not expect to meet you here. Is it official or private affairs that bring you here? I shouldn't. I have left the human world. Please contact the Yuehai Pavilion regarding matters concerning the commercial port.
Left the human world? You seem different.
Huh? You don't want to be the Qixing secretary anymore? But they're all waiting for you to come back.
That's why you're here? You want me to come back? I'm afraid you came here in vain.
What? Did something happen?
The clouds fold and unfold. The tide ebbs and flows. It was meant to be. When the Adepti entrusted humans with overseeing Liyue, I knew it was only a matter of time until I had to leave.
What are you talking about?
My Adepti blood makes me unwelcome in Liyue Harbor. I delivered the letter and came back to Liyue Harbor, only to discover that I had been replaced by Baiwen, Baishao, and Baishu. Perhaps that mission of mine was just a pretext to remove me. Since the Qixing gave me a chance to leave with dignity, I decided to be tactful as well.
I believe there's been a huge misunderstanding. Nobody wants to get rid of you.
I appreciate your kindness, but there's no need for your words of comfort. After 1,000 years away, I came back to Juyun Karst. Looking at the clouds floating among the mountains brings me peace of mind. I feel better now.
But...
Who disturbs the peace of these mountains?
Okay, yeah, so we do meet Cloud Retainer, but can't see in her animal form.
Cloud Retainer? We're terribly sorry. We just...
One merely jests. One felt your presence the moment you set foot upon this land.
Wow. You Adepti really are impressive.
Come here to chat about the old times with Ganyu. It looks like you get along quite well.
Chat about old times. Get along.
A matter leaves you at an impasse then. Not to worry. One is exceptional at seeking avenues for conversation. One has been one's own companion in idle talk for many a year. Yes. Since you are Ganyu's friends, tales from her youth shall one apprise you of, perhaps?
Oh, Cloud Retainer.
She's like an embarrassing parent, isn't she?
Nothing to be ashamed of. You were so cute as a child. One is most certain that your friends would like to hear of it.
Yeah, I'm a bit curious indeed. Now, that is a good topic.
Oh, Paimon wants to hear it.
Little Ganyu loved when the horns on the top of her head were caressed.
Really?
When one was still taking care of her, one was pestered most often to touch her horns. She was elsewise loath to sleep.
Wow.
Plump she was back then. Why, when she stumbled while we ascended the mountain, she would roll down to the bottom like a little ball.
I cannot imagine that at all.
The day Ganyu bumped into a pilgrim was the first time she saw a real human in the flesh. So fearful she was that she hid in a rock's cleft for 2 days and nights. One found her wailing of a monster she had seen.
Cloud Retainer? Forget it. It's about time for my training. I will take my leave.
You've embarrassed her. I think you're upset, Ganyu. Seems like you didn't read the room.
One's intention was merely to relieve the awkward tension.
And you did the exact opposite. Impressive.
Be that so? But returning to Ganyu, most gladdened one is of your arrival. One cannot help but feel that remaining in Juyun Karst shall not be good for her. One will tell you more about her, if you should permit it.
Sure.
Most benevolent among all Adepti are the Qilin. They drink only spring water and eat only whole grain. But perhaps the mountainous dwellings of Adepti and Joyun Karst might be too lonely for her human side. Under moonlight did one see her last. She stood by the precipice's edge, and upon the mist-veiled mountains she gazed. Her thin figure was immersed in the vast sea of clouds. One noticed her loneliness, and sought to convince her to go back to the human world. But just then, she said thus.
Liyue Harbor feels even lonelier than Joyun Karst. When I look at the sea of clouds in Joyun Karst, I merely feel the loneliness of a solitary cloud gazer. When I step into the sea of people in Liyue, I feel the loneliness of an inhuman that doesn't belong in the human world.
One did, by chance, hear this much of Ganyu's thoughts.
It's kind of tragic when you kind of part of two different worlds where you don't truly belong to either one. You don't really feel like you belong anywhere.
Alone, she will find her predicament hard to conquer. One hopes that you will accompany her.
Oh, Retainer's right. We can't leave Ganyu depressed like that. Besides, Liyue hasn't given up on her. She's got it all wrong. Anyways, what's that training Ganyu was talking about?
She has sought to reclaim her Adeptus side since returning to Joyun Karst. At her behest, one has organized training for her to achieve that end.
She should be in the southern part of Mount Aotsong right now, preparing for the trial.
Huh, is that so? Let's go take a look then.
Alright, let's do it. There you go, Ganyu.
So here you are, Ganyu.
Why did you come here?
We want to keep you company. Or should we say, yeah, I'd like to try this Adeptus training.
Is that so? You really are interested in the ways of Adepti.
Yep.
This trial was prepared by Cloud Retainer. Its goal is to help me feel like an Adeptus again. The training is much to her signature style. I hope it won't make it seem like she is too unaware of the abilities of others.
Is it difficult?
No, I'm aware of your strength, Traveler. The power hidden within you is not inferior to mine. If you're ready, we shall begin the training.
Do it. Okay, activate 12 elemental monsters. Oh, okay, I see. I see. Just shoot them from here, right? Very good shot. Okay, looks like we need to move. Okay, where now? Okay, intermittent wind, is it? It is, okay. Oh! Ganyu, what are you doing? That was Ganyu, not me. Okay. How good a shot, Barbie? Got it, and... got it. Moving target.
Wow!
Yeah!
He's a really awesome shooter!
If you could see through the eyes of an Adeptus, you wouldn't be so surprised.
Oh, first miss. That's a shame. Oh. Lead to target, lead the target. Oh, lead it more than that. Oh, wow. Okay, let's come back. There's it too much. Oh, what the hell? There we go, we got it.
We're way behind schedule.
Got him. We're that far behind schedule. Plenty of time.
We've completed the task. What do you think?
Being Adeptus is not easy.
Hardships are a fact of life, both for the Adepti and humans alike.
Ganyu, what were you planning to do once your training was over?
The training's not over yet. The part prepared by Cloud Retainer is only the first trial.
Huh? So there are more trials prepared by other Adepti?
Here's Mountain Shaper next. Is it Mooncarver?
No. The only Adeptus who can unlock my true potential is
Who is it?
Let us speak, Paimon.
Conqueror of Demons.
Huh. So it's Shao. That cold-hearted loner? How come he's prepared a trial for you?
What a surprise. How interesting.
I found him unapproachable at first, too. But I believe that being able to face him is an important part of my homecoming. He's already waiting for me. Come along if you're interested.
Of course we are. Let's go.
Sure. We just recently did Zhao's quest, so we are familiar with him. Let's drop in. Hey Zhao, how you doing? Did you miss us?
You're half an hour late. I see you still haven't abandoned the wrongful ways of humankind.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I had a meeting with Cloud Retainer. I
don't need your explanations and don't require any mutual understanding between us. I'm just helping you with your training. That's all.
Xiao is such a strict teacher.
Yeah.
You're neither an Adeptus nor a human, always treading the line between the two worlds. It must create a lot of confusion. Instead of explaining yourself to me, you should face your true self.
I have nothing to hide.
It seems like Zhao understands Ganyu quite well. He might be a good teacher after all. So there's some approaches, you need to kind of change your approach depending on your student, but we'll see how this works out.
The body and the mind are one. If something worries your mind, your body can help you find a solution. The trial I've prepared for you will explore the true potential of your body.
Yes. I'm ready.
Right. Zhao, complete Zhao's trial. What is Zhao's trial? Do we speak to Zhao? Or do we just go over where it's telling me to go? This thing. Right, this is something. Okay, commence trial.
The trial's begun. Paimon can feel it in the air. Even the weather's changed.
Okay, so who have we got here? Oh wow, they all got frozen. Oh yeah, because they're on ice, yeah, of course. It's not like I can do anything, is it?
Steadiest.
We'll help her out. Okay. Oh, yeah, please.
Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey.
Access denied.
Nice.
A festive reprise. Time for a light show.
Right, and down.
Flags up. Break a leg. No touching. Blaze over.
I'd like to be able to try her out for a bit. Okay, I think we got them. Oh, there's one more, one more. Nice. Who's next? Okay, I think we can get some of these with Yomiya. 13. Okay, so we've got. Cool. And done. Oh,
Game's up. Fun's over.
Strike is won. For Rex Lapis.
is there anything coming? Oh, I'm in a bubble. I hate bubbles. Oh, come on. Okay, 5 more. Oh, where'd they go? There's a lot of them there.
Here comes the catch.
Break a leg! I must leave no stone. Access denied.
A festive retreat!
Melt them.
No touching. Time for a light show.
Knock down. Vaporize. Come on, yeah, you can do better than that.
Gotcha.
This is long overdue. Born of ice and frost.
Here come the fireworks!
Observe your grand finale.
Fire
Well, there was the last one. There we go.
This is great. I feel so relaxed all over. I could almost float away.
How's Zhao going to react to that? Did we do well, Zhao?
I've completed your trial.
You don't have to report back to me. Seeking other people's validation won't benefit your training. Only you can evaluate the result of this trial. You'll progress faster that way.
Understood.
Xiao always has such strong opinions.
You could be nicer while sharing them.
From tomorrow on, I'll start raising the difficulty of your training, so you'll have to...
Have to do what?
Another one of those pesky visitors. I'll leave him to you, Ganyu. It's also a part of your training.
Is it now?
Pesky visitor? So even here there are those that Xiao can't deal with?
Oh heavens! Blessed be Rex Lapis! I've finally come upon the Adepti. Are all of you the Adepti of this mountain? Great! My name's Sin Chung. I came to ask for your merciful blessings, O Adepti. I beg of you, please grant me luck, wealth, and a good career.
Oh, so it's a pilgrim.
Such a materialist. I can see why Zhao finds this type troublesome.
Huh. He can handle any battle, but talking to strange humans is a different story, huh?
I am also one of the Adepti. You can say that I'm an Adeptus in training.
Perfect! I didn't come in vain then. Although you sound a bit half-hearted. Doesn't matter.
Wow. People have no filter.
What blessings can you grant me?
Wow, straight to the point, huh?
What blessings do you deserve?
Dear Pilgrim, you shouldn't jump to conclusions. Adepti don't help every pilgrim for free.
For free? Do you mean that you charge people for the blessings of the Adepti?
That's not what I meant. What I'm trying to say is that everything should be earned through hard work and earnest living. It would be unfair to other people if you got everything you wanted for no reason.
Hold on. I've heard this all before. You're just like my old man, always nagging me.
Your father must have experienced it firsthand. The lives of the common folk are riddled with hardships, but are also full of joy. A person of your age should focus on work and family, instead of chasing after fairy tales.
Are you a real Adeptus? Why do you speak and behave like us city folk? You sure you're not one of those swindlers who pose as an Adeptus to cheat people out of their money?
You can't take criticism. Show some respect.
Ugh, how dare you reprove me? I bet you came here looking for the Adepti yourself.
He might sorta have a point. We did come here looking for Ganyu after all.
Yeah, enough for the same reasons, though.
Enough. Doesn't matter if you're a real Adeptus or not. You're useless. I'm leaving.
God, you don't deserve anything, mate.
Nobody's stopping you. Ganyu, don't let that guy ruin your mood.
Yeah, you did not fail anything there.
It's not his behavior. The things he said... He was right.
No way.
I thought that coming back to Juyun Karst and devoting myself to training would make me feel like an Adeptus again. But being questioned by him made me realize that
Go back to Neighboring Harbour with us. You're better off sticking to your human side.
But I'm unwelcome in Liyue Harbor. As an Adeptus,
We told you it was a misunderstanding. Can you believe a human like me just this once?
It's true. Just believe us.
Alright. I'll go with you to Liyue Harbor. That said, I still trust my initial judgment. If I'm proven right, I'll return to Jueyun Karst once again.
It's a step in the right direction. Let's go!
Yeah, everybody wants her to come back, so hopefully they're going to be nice to her when we get there.
We're finally back!
I'm still...
Come on, Ganyu! We're almost there! You don't want to turn back now, do you?
I suppose you have a point. It would be quite impolite of me to leave the two of you now.
That's right! Where do you want to go first, then?
I've spent too much time in the mountains. The first thing that comes to my mind is the sea. Let's go for a walk in the port.
Happy to come with.
Okay, sure. A nice walk is always welcome. Wow.
The sound of the waves in this familiar port. The smell of the sea breeze makes me nostalgic.
Ganyu, you didn't leave Liyue for that long. Why do you look so moved?
Well, I used to be so busy. I haven't taken a stroll around here in a long time.
Huh, that's true. Ganyu seemed to be working all the time.
Well, when I think about my time here, I've spent most of it behind a desk filing documents. It put me in a certain mood, similar to the one I felt during my training in Jueyun Karst, in fact.
Is that... It is! It's Lady Ganyu. I wouldn't have thought I'd meet you here. You were always so terribly busy.
Lady Ganyu? Why are you calling her that?
That's a bit awkward. Little Miss Ganyu.
Please don't also start calling me that. Allow me to introduce Uncle Tien. He is...
That's all right. Just tell them the truth. They have done so much for Liyue after all, and I am the one who has yet to introduce myself.
Uncle Tien is a member of the Liyue Qixing, the Tianshu.
What? This grandpa is a member of the Qixing? The same rank as Ningguang?
Hush now. I must ask for your discretion concerning my identity. Fishing in the port and strolling about are the greatest pleasures of my life. I have no wish to be followed around by those armed guards. In most people's eyes, I'm just a forgetful and wordy old man.
Uncle Tien is too modest. He's been around for a long time. There's no one who can replace a person of such noble character.
And judge a book by its cover, they say. I'm trying to remember if I've ever met with him.
What an honor to receive such high praise from Lady Ganyu herself. I guess I must have done something right over the last, however many decades.
Uncle Tien, please. A person of your standing should really stop calling me Lady Ganyu.
My apologies. It's not intentional, just a habit from my younger days. Thank you for looking after me when I first ascended to my position in the Qixing.
Oh, so you've been friends for many decades now, huh?
Oh, I was just fulfilling my duties as the Qixing secretary. It's nothing worthy of your gratitude.
Talking about secretaries... I don't know if I should bring it up. Ganyu, I believe you know my daughter, Huixin. She seems to be a bit troubled recently.
Yes, she works at Yue High Pavilion and she's my junior. How can I help her?
I don't know myself, really. She's all grown up now and doesn't like to ask for my help. May I trouble you to meet her at Yue High Pavilion? She just needs a bit of guidance.
With pleasure. Solving the Qixing's problems has always been in my job description.
She's back in character, just like that, huh?
As expected of a Qixing member, he's actually helping Ganyu. I'm afraid Ganyu didn't even notice.
Let's move then, to Yue High Pavilion.
Miss Ganyu, it's been too long. I don't know why, but seeing you brings me a sense of peace in these chaotic times.
Indeed, it has been a while, Huixin. I'm flattered, but aren't you exaggerating a little? I heard that you've encountered some problems and came to see if I could be of some help.
My father asked you to come, didn't he? Abusing his status as a member of the Qixing to trouble you.
Don't worry. I'm always happy to help a junior colleague from Yuehai Pavilion.
Ganyu's not only a competent secretary, but also a great mentor.
So, what can you tell me about the problem?
Ugh, where should I start? I discovered something strange while organizing tax records. There are obvious irregularities in the tax declarations of two stores, Second Life and Wanyo Boutique. However, whether I question the shopkeepers or check their accounts, I can't seem to make any progress with my investigation. Without any evidence, my hands are tied.
I see. It's not uncommon for merchants to be blinded by greed.
Well, is there any solution you can advise?
Naturally. I've dealt with similar issues hundreds of times. Give me a moment to consider the best approach in this scenario.
That's 1,000 years of work experience for you.
All right. Let's approach it this way, then. Your enemy knows you best.
Huh?
If I remember correctly, Second Life and Wanyo Boutique are old business rivals, competing for market share due to their similar wares. In that case...
In that case... I know what you mean, Miss Ganyu.
Get them to play off each other. You want them to expose each other, yeah.
Exactly. Let's start with Wanyo Boutique. The owner's name is... Bolai, isn't it?
Yes, you're right. Follow me, please.
Okay, oh, this guy, we've spoken to this guy loads of times. Yeah, he's a bit dodgy.
Ah, we meet again, traveler. And you must be from the Yuehai Pavilion? I suppose you're about to place a big order. I'd be honored to offer you my wares.
That won't be necessary, Mr. Bolai. Wanyo Boutique's credit is not sufficient to accept orders directly from Yuehai Pavilion. Should we need to place such an order, we would certainly go to Second Life instead.
What? Second Life? Ugh. That rascal Dongsheng. He's stealing all of my customers.
Well, Second Life's credit has always been excellent, and based on their tax records, their business is thriving.
Tax records? Thriving?
Huh. Is there anything you'd like to share with us, Mr. Bolai?
Don't let that rascal fool you. I know his dirty tricks best. If you don't believe me, show me his tax records. I'm sure I'll find something fishy in there.
You know Second Life's business so well?
Of course. Ugh, their every transaction makes my blood boil.
Something sounds illegal about that. showing one business another business tax records. I mean, maybe it's not, but that seems a bit dodgy.
I'd rather lose money myself than see that rascal make some.
Is that how competitors behave? That's real petty.
Well then, please look over this tax record. We'll review Second Life's credit based on your observations.
Oh, of course. I'll read very, very carefully. Line by line and word by word.
Well, I take some time to examine Second Life's tax record.
Ah, here, I found it. That exquisite wooden furniture set he bought from Fanmu Carpenters at the beginning of the year. Ugh, he even flaunted it in front of me. Look at the tax record. Not a word about that furniture. And he kept all the profit for himself.
I see. He must have gotten rid of all the documents related to this transaction. No wonder there was no trace of it.
I told you so. Just as I expected. Ugh, I can't wait to watch him squirm.
But, Ms. Ganyu, despite all this, can't he just flat out deny ever making this transaction?
He might have destroyed all the evidence, but I believe the supplier, Fanmu Carpenters, might still have some proof of it.
Aha, you're right. Master Lu from Fanmu Carpenters must still have the invoice. He wouldn't be swayed by the likes of Dongsheng.
I hope so. Let's go to Fanmu Carpenters. It should be near Chingsa Village. Thank you for shining a light on this case, Mr. Balai.
Oh, please, please, that's nothing. I just hope you won't be lenient with him once you find the evidence. That's the best way to show your gratitude.
I'm afraid I can't go to Chingsa Village.
It's all right, Weixin. You can stay in Liyue Harbor and finish your work. Leave the rest to us.
Ah, that's so considerate of you. Still, I'm sorry to trouble you like that.
No problem, we can do that. Okay, Master Lu, tell me. Give me the deets.
Ah, welcome, welcome. How can an old carpenter like me help you? I'm usually happy to take new apprentices, but I'm afraid I can't take too many at once. But I'm always around if you're keen for a chat.
Chingsa really is full of lonely old people.
Hey, I heard that, Flying One.
Paimon's sorry.
Master Lu, we've just come to see you and ask you some questions.
Oh, everyone is supposed to be old, always has the hand clasped behind the back. Is there such an old person posture?
Don't worry, I know. You're from the Yuehai Pavilion, right? Why would the Qixing care about an old man like me? Well, whatever. You said that you want to ask me something. Ask away, then.
You're very direct, Master Lu. I will be plain. We're looking for proof that Dongsheng from Second Life has been evading taxation. Dongsheng bought some furniture from you at the beginning of the year. Do you still have the invoice or any other record of that transaction?
Oh, it's about Second Life. It was a big order. How could I forget?
Sure enough, Mr. Balai was right. Could we perhaps borrow that invoice? We won't have any evidence to bring against Dongsheng otherwise.
Of course you can. But I'm not so sprightly anymore.
What's that supposed to mean?
I only do my woodwork and display finished wares here at Fanmu Carpenters. As for old documents and such, I keep them all in a warehouse west of here. But some troublemakers have recently moved there, invading my warehouse. I tried to drive them away, but they just wouldn't leave. Since you need that invoice anyway, it may be best to get it from the warehouse yourself. And while you're at it, you can teach those louts a lesson.
So that's what happened. I see.
I'll leave you to it then. I need to get back to work.
It's so slow.
Take back the warehouse, find the invoice. Time for us to show our stuff in a fight.
Wait, I think I saw one of those troublemakers. Ah, over there.
Oh, Paimon sees them too. It's one of the Fatui.
What are they doing here? What's he trying to do?
They must be plotting something against Liyue Harbor.
Maybe they're the scoundrels who invaded Master Lu's warehouse.
Shouldn't we observe him for a while first?
Ever since Osial attacked the harbor, the Fatui's reputation in Liyue has reached rock bottom. We won't cause a serious diplomatic crisis by getting into some small scuffle with the Fatui within our borders. You need not worry. Besides, I can already feel their malicious intentions. Consider it my intuition as the secretary of the Qixing.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go teach him a lesson.
So eager for violence, Paimon. Okay, well, I'll tell you what we will do. We will leave that here for now, and we will sort him out in the next episode. Thank you for watching today. It's good to get on with a good story, and it's good to kind of catch up with some of the older quests here and try and get them all finished. So yeah, I will see you in the next one, and we'll finish off this quest. I'll see you then. Bye!